Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we have a brand new event and a brand new hero. Now, this week's event is quite interesting, especially if you want to spend some money, but free-to-play players, should you be using your scrolls this week? Well, that's part of what we're going to be talking about today, so stay tuned and make sure you don't miss anything. But before you do jump into today's video, here's a message from today's sponsor. Angel Legion is a sci-fi idle RPG similar to Idle Heroes but set in space. You put together a team of angels combining their abilities into epic combos to explore the galaxy, defeat powerful foes, and when all that fighting is over, you can hang out with your heroes in the cabin to relax and unwind. The heroes in this game are fully customizable, and you can dress and change the way they look to your heart's content, and there's lots of different heroes in the game for you to experiment with to find which team you like the most for making progress. This week, a new code is available to players looking to get themselves some free resources in Angel Legion. To get the rewards, all you need to do is head to your account menu and then select the gift exchange button. From here, enter the code YFQP4859. And from there, you'll get yourself a unique fashion item and 10 free summons. After that, all you need to do is go to your hero menu and equip that fashion item to whichever hero you like. So folks, if you want to help out this channel, get yourself an Angel Legion account. The game is completely free to download, and you can go ahead and give yourself that code on your account for some free rewards to help start you off, and also it helps out my channel massively. So if you guys are looking for something that both helps me and gets you a new game to play, go ahead and check out Angel Legion. You can find all the links and codes in the description below. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, every day for logging in this week, we're going to get ourselves 3 heroic summon scrolls and 150 gems. Resources that are going to be really important for you moving forwards through this week and the weeks to come. So there's a lot to look forward to in the next few months of Idle Heroes, and it's generally what we're going to be discussing today. Now, first thing to start with is Williams, a brand new hero who has been added to the game. So you can go and take a look at him. He's in the Abyss faction, and you can see here, he looks really cool. In my opinion, I think probably one of the coolest hero designs we've had in a while, and his skills really complement his aesthetic. I'll be releasing a video soon on my general overall thoughts of Williams as a hero, so hit that subscribe button. That will be coming out extremely soon, because I think this is a hero with a surprising amount of potential, which is not something I normally say about heroes who do not have a Transcendence form. So that's going to be a fun one. But enough on Williams for now. Generally, if you want to get copies of this guy, you can pick him up here in the Palace of Eternity. So this allows you to swap any of the 5 heroes you see here: Melissa, Yom Tum, Alakita, Patricia, and Luna. You put in a copy of that hero into here, and then you can spend 10 Eternal Crystals, and it will let you swap for a copy of Williams. Now, if that hero is 10-star, E5, whatever, it just charges you for the number of copies and makes that full switch. So that's something that you can consider if you want to get copies of the hero today. Only good, though, if you've got a lot of Eternal Crystals. So if you're wondering how to get them, you get them here in the Palace of Crystal. Every 400 summons you do will get you 5 crystals, but you can see below there's a locked section which gets you 15 additional ones. To unlock that, you need to buy these value packages here. It's either $100 or you can get it for 2,500 contract starry gems. Generally, I wouldn't go buying this unless it was part of a larger event. This week, that doesn't seem to be the case. The only additional resource we're getting is treasure coupons. So you'll probably just want to leave things with this. Don't pick this up. And that generally makes the Palace of Crystal probably less appealing. Then again, the Palace of Eternity is just something additional. It's not really the main part of the event. The Hero Lottery allows you to get 4-star armor when you get a copy of Williams. So that's pretty neat if that's something you're able to do. Armor is nice if you can destroy it in the blacksmith. It helps you resonate stuff. And if you're really early on, 4-star armor can sometimes be useful, but yeah, mainly it's just there to destroy so you can resonate other armor. Summon prizes here, they're pretty standard. You're getting Prophet Orbs, you're getting Heroic Summon Scrolls, you get a copy of Vesa for 200 points, you get your usual Soul Symbols and a Core for 300, and for 400 it's a copy of Williams, and for 500 you get Relics and another Core of Transcendence. This goes all the way up to 500 points, and you can do this 4 times, so theoretically you could spend 2,000 Heroic Summon Scrolls this week. If you're new to Idle Heroes, this is generally only worth chasing when it's part of a larger event. The event rewards on its own are never enough to justify this. We have big events coming in the future. We have Halloween next month, Black Friday the month after, Christmas coming up in December, and then all the New Year stuff like New Year and Chinese New Year in the months after that. They typically require your heroic summon scrolls, and saving up scrolls is not an easy task for a free-to-play player, especially if you go chasing them on every heroic summon scrolls event. So unless there's something extra, this is definitely something you'll want to be skipping and save your scrolls for future events, as we've got some really big ones coming up in the future. If you look here, Alakita and Natalie are available as well for 5,000 altar stones. This is definitely worth it. These are two really good heroes. So if you've got a couple thousand altar stones lying around, you can use those to pick these guys up. That's something I'm definitely going to be doing on my accounts. And if you have the stones, this is probably a really good idea. They're heroes worth awakening. They sell for a fair bit in the auction house if you get a good copy of them. There's not really a downside to picking them up. The only reason you would want to not do that is if you don't have that many altar stones on your account. This week we also have a luck relay, which is rewarding players for spending. Typically this is giving you Prism Starry gems, you get some Cause of Transcendence and additional scrolls thrown in here too. The deeper you get, the rewards get a bit more exciting, and we have these fragrant privileges attached as well, which is linked to the fragrant garden party. So the deeper you go in the luck relay, the higher the rewards you'll get. 30 bucks of spending gets you the first level here, which is the fragrant privilege 1. An additional 50 will not unlock you another privilege, but it does get you some nice rewards there. Going to a total of 50, which is an additional 20 bucks here, will not get you another privilege, but it does get you access to Prism Starry gems, some cores, and some treasure train tickets, along with some crystals of transcendence. Pushing there to another $30 is going to get you a fragrant privilege 2, which we'll take a look at in a second, along with additional bonus rewards. And then another 50 bucks on top of that is going to get you the fragrant privilege 3. That's a total of $130 to get yourself all the privileges. This is typically going to be the way to go if you're someone who regularly spends several $100s on Idle Heroes each month. We'll be breaking down all the rewards you specifically get, and also whether it's worth to keep pushing for this final 100 pack in a moment. Typically, though, we need to look at the Fragrant Garden Party first. So if you're going to get maximum rewards out of this, and that's what I would argue you'd need to do to justify spending 130 bucks, is you actually do need to make sure you've got 2,000 scrolls that you can spend this week. Yes, you're getting scrolls back every time you do 100 scrolls. That's actually quite useful, but you're also able to get some keys here too for the Reverie gift box, which does give some exciting rewards. On top of that, you've got your extra rewards for your privilege tiers. So depending on how deep you go here, the more things you get. So as I said, it's a good idea to spend 2,000 scrolls if you're spending $130. So our extra rewards are going to be Stellar Shards and Cores of Transcendence, along with some Crystals of Transcendence thrown in there too. We also have a box here that contains Transcendence Heroes, and also a chest that contains either Sublimation or Core of Origin Shards. So these two things are really, really helpful for upgrading heroes in the Tree of Origin. And then finally, the top rewards, if you do spend 130 bucks, give you access to Destiny materials. And this is going to get you an equivalent of 1.2 million Spirit Vein Shards, or an equal measure in Aurora Gems. So that's very, very exciting. That's a lot of Destiny stuff for your money. On top of that, you're also getting a key for every single reward tier, and there's 20 in total. So that's 20 Reverie keys. So all in all, it's a very, very good amount of value for $130. However, you do need to spend 2,000 scrolls. So if your account doesn't have an abundance of scrolls, if you're feeling like you will not have enough for the months to come, we've got Halloween, we've got Black Friday, we've got Christmas. If you're feeling pinched on scrolls, if you don't have 2,000 you can just chuck away at this event, then maybe you might want to consider not doing this event and instead skipping it. Also, 130 bucks is typically getting you these levels of rewards now. If you look at last week's event, it was exactly the same as this. So it's not like they're going to prevent you from ever doing this again in the future. So unless you just have infinite money, you might be able to put your 130 bucks into a different event and get identical rewards. And that then doesn't tax you on spending 2,000 scrolls at the same time. So just bear that in mind. Like last week, it was the same thing, but with Prophet Orbs, you needed to spend 640. So those are things you'll need to consider. And DH Games have added the Reverie gift box to give you additional rewards on top of that. First of all, you're going to get the keys as we looked at in the Fragrant Garden Party. So you get 5 on basics, 20 on the top end extras. That's 25 you can just pick up by using your Heroic Summon Scrolls this week. But you also get an additional key for every $10 you spend. And those keys can be used to get different tiers of rewards here. There's a 60% chance to get from the first area, and it's not a choice. You get it randomly. However, if you do get a reward multiple times, you can remove it from the reward pool in all tiers. So let's say you didn't want to get yourself Spiritual Essence in the 10% chance here, which does get you a lot of rewards. You could get it twice in the lower levels, remove it, and you'll never get Spiritual Essence again from a Reverie chest this week. So that's something interesting. You're also getting Prism Starry Gems, there's cores here, there's lots of awesome items available. The only downside is the randomness. So make sure you're removing items so that you don't end up high rolling them in the top level, because a high roll could very easily turn into a low roll if you just end up with 400 Masters toolboxes. So just be quite careful if engaging with this. Also, because it's completely random, there is a chance that you never high roll at all. So yeah, think of that as just bonus rewards. The main stuff you're getting this week, if you do invest, is going to be these Fragrant Garden Party rewards. Finally, we have a Splendid Awakening card. This is really nice, actually. This gives you an awaken every single day for the next 30 days once you buy the card. Many people will jump at this and buy this on day one. Don't do that. I would recommend, because there's nothing linked to awakenings this week, having 7 awakens throughout this week isn't useful. I'd rather buy this on the very last day you can pick it up and then do awakens into the later weeks after this event. And that's going to be 30 days starting from then. So that will actually give you an additional few days going into another event than if you bought it today. This has been extremely wise in the past and has given people the opportunity to get some free awakens throughout a gala or a transcendence event, 2 events that do award you for awakening heroes. So my advice, if you plan on spending $10 on this Splendid Awakening card, do so on the last day of this week's event, which will be Thursday for most people. So just think about that before you go spending. So all in all, there's definitely different reward spending tiers you can go here. The most you can spend, in my opinion, that's intelligent is probably $130 here in the relay, then grab the Splendid Awakening card. That all works fine for me, especially considering if the auction house does have some crazy prices at the moment. You might be able to sell some decent awakens and get some starry gems back in return. This $100 pack at the end of the look relay doesn't really have anything attached to it that's appealing. You've got 5 Reverie keys. They're gambly. You're not really guaranteed you're going to get anything good from these. 30 trading coupons is actually pretty good. 2,500 Prism Starry Gems, again, pretty good. And then finally, the Origin Artifact Selection Chest. This is something nice. They do tie this into events. I wouldn't go spending $100 on this. You could argue the other rewards definitely pull the price up, but for me, spending $100 here would only really be worth it if it was linked to something like a Moonlight Gift, where rewards were guaranteed. Previously in the past, I've been very, very hype about Reverie gift boxes. I've thought they're one of the best reward systems we've seen in the game. But then the Glorious Treasury came out and kind of trumped this entirely, because you're able to choose the rewards you get. And typically, people are just chasing Stellar Shards, Sublimation, Cores of Origin, and that's very easy to get from a Glorious Treasury. Yes, this does have the chance of giving you Destiny materials, but that's extremely cope, right? You're hoping you pull them when there's so many other rewards you might get that it's very, very likely you do not pull the Destiny materials you'd want from here. So if you are after Destiny materials, the way you're getting them is guaranteed here from the Fragrant Garden Party. And anyone who's looking for Star Soul stuff, which is the higher end stuff once you've reached a Nirvana hero, well, unfortunately, that's not available this week. So for you people, it's probably just a skip week. Save your money for a bigger event where you can pick that stuff up. Next week is pretty cool. We've got ourselves Sky Labyrinth with a Merry Carnival as well. That's pretty interesting. And I do plan on starting a new account. So if you're interested in joining me for what's going to be a budget free-to-play series, then hit that subscribe button, as we will be playing through the game, as many of you do, with a low-level budget. Because the Turbo series has very much been the thing we've been enjoying for the last 12 months, but I think it's time we tried something a little different, and I think a budget account would be pretty cool. And there's one neat twist. We're going to be investing in the account with Contract Starry Gems, and only Contract Starry Gems. So I'm not allowed to spend anything that will give VIP points, so I'm not allowed to use the VIP system. However, I will be getting Contract Starry Gems coming through, because I'll be able to gift some stuff from other accounts, which will help us to play the game like a free-to-play player would if they had a decent access to Contract Starry Gems. So that will be an interesting challenge to see just how much progress you can make only using Contract Starry Gems on a free-to-play account. So if that's something you're interested in, that will probably be starting next week. So subscribe for what's going to be a pretty exciting new series. Generally, though, for the weeks to come, we do have the holiday season coming up, so my advice would be for the majority of people, save your scrolls, and it's only really worth spending this week if you A, have 2,000 scrolls to waste and $130 to spend. If both of those things are true for your account, then yeah, go after this event, but I'm aware that 2,000 scrolls is a big ask with Halloween and Christmas just around the corner. Hopefully this helped, guys, and do be sure to check out our sponsor for today, Angel Legion, as your engagement with that game massively helps me out, and do use those codes to get some free rewards on your account. Either way, guys, I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, let me know what rewards you get this week in the comments section down below. Have an amazing week, folks, and as always, happy idling.